Welcome to Dr. Bob's Real Reality. I am Dr. Tameka Bob, and my guest today is a Detroit native who has worked as a television comedy writer for the past 15 years. She has written over a dozen TV shows, and just to name a few, That's So Raven, Half and Half, and The Soul Man. She was the showrunner on her own comedy series, One Love, starring Mark Curry, Cheryl Lee Ralph, and the late Sherman Hemsley. It was Bounce TV's most watched original series ever, and she did this all while being a loving wife and mother of 2 children. Carla Banks Waddles.
Thank you for
Thank
that introduction.
you. You're welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
So, ladies, I met Carla shortly after I moved here to Los Angeles. And being that I really don't have any family here, you know, it was a little bit lonely, but Carla allowed me to spend time with her family in just still moments, which made me feel like I was right at home. So I've never shared this with you, but I just want to say thank you.
Oh, we love you. Thank you for being a part of our family, our extended family.
Yes. Such a great experience. So, Carla, let's just jump right into it. You have so many impressive credits. Kind of tell us, how did your journey as a writer begin?
Okay, so I would say that when I was young, I was always writing as a child, and always writing plays for my friends and our puppets and our dolls and
Puppets.
and so I was always the one coming up with the story for what we were going to do. But I wouldn't say until college, going to college, that I really didn't see writing as a real career. And I started taking classes in radio, television, film at Northwestern. I was a journalism major, so I always knew writing was a part of me, but that sort of creative writing side was a sort of a field where I couldn't really see, how do you make money doing this? And so really in college it exposed me to that other side of TV writing and screenwriting and hearing people come in and talk to us about their jobs and how they were getting paid doing it. So even though I was a journalism major, that's when I really thought, oh, this is what I want to do. And I spent all of my time in the radio, television, film school taking those kinds of classes and thought, this is it. This is what I wanted to do. This is what I was meant to do.
That's awesome.
So
And the money isn't that bad, because you said you can get paid for it.
Exactly, and you can get paid for it. So
Right.
That was sort of the light bulb moment for me in college, where I really thought, this is it, I'm going to go for it.
Nice. So then, as a female writer of color, do you feel like you have as many opportunities as others?
I would say that's probably been the most challenging part of this career, just in terms of opportunities for people of color in the entertainment industry. And particularly in television, where black writers tend to get pigeonholed into black shows, which there aren't that many of them anymore.
Yes.
And so work is just harder. And you know, you do have showrunners and executive producers who see the value of diversity in a room, and some who don't. And I think there is a tendency, if there's a show that doesn't have a black friend or a black family, then they think, well, we don't need people of color in the room to speak for that. And so it's really hard because we obviously, you know, the color of our skin is just part of us, but we also have experiences as mothers and sisters, and so there's other stories that we have to tell, but I think sometimes it's hard to get beyond the barrier of color for people to see that there's more to you in your life and your experiences that you can bring to the room.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you talk about experiences and being a mother and a wife and all these different things. I want to know just a little bit about how you grew up. Walk us down a street in your neighborhood. Let us know how that looks.
Oh, okay. Well, I grew up in Detroit, and not on the outskirts of Detroit. In Detroit, off of 8 Mile in the neighborhood, and my mom is still there in a little tiny house. And so I definitely grew up in the inner city. And you know, we weren't rich. I didn't feel like we were poor. But looking back, it's like, well, we didn't have a lot at all.
That means your mom did a really great job.
She did an awesome job of making sure, even though that was sort of our circumstances, that we never felt like that. You know, we felt like the sky was the limit for us. We could do anything. If you want to go to Yale, you go to Yale. If you want to be a rocket scientist, if you want to walk on the moon. So I never felt like I was limited by those circumstances of how we grew up. And so I definitely give all credit to her for sort of pulling us through in a time where we couldn't even value that.
Right, right. Okay, kudos to Mom.
Yeah,
Nice,
absolutely.
nice. All right. So then, for women who would like to write the perfect vision for their career and their family, what statements would be essential when they write that vision?
I would say just sort of not limiting yourself. Really digging deep and finding out not just what's expected of you, but what you really want to do, and just starting there with your passion and your gut and your heart, and sort of, with what you've always done and what you've always wanted to do. Sort of looking back now, I can see writing was always in me, but it took me a while to sort of come to that. But being able to sort of trust that instinct and sort of your gift and why you're here, and really being honest and thoughtful about what that is, and then figuring out how to make that your life and make that work for you.
Wow. That sounds like purpose to me.
Yeah.
You said gift and all those other words in there, but then you said it took you a minute to kind of figure it out or get it started. What would you think, or what do you think, where was the delay with that?
I think expectations and sort of just, society pressures to you have to make money, you've got to have good benefits, and you have to have sort of the traditional career of being a lawyer or a doctor, which are all good careers, but I think you are certainly pushed in a direction of success that sometimes can affect your decisions. And even my decision to major in journalism, it was sort of on the fringe of writing. It was a safety net of writing. Like, well, that seems like a respectable career. As opposed to TV writing, which really just sort of felt like, what's that willy-nilly dream you have?
Right.
So really just trusting, sort of being able to tune out, the naysayers and all the other things, and really just focus on you. And I think I would have gotten to where I wanted to be a lot faster.
Yes.
Instead of just sort of trusting myself and saying none of that matters.
Right. To follow your heart, because your journey is your journey.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Carla.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, she is awesome, ladies. I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you have questions for Carla, feel free to ask them right in the comment section. Any comments that you have, go ahead and ask her here. And remember to subscribe, share this with your friends. Don't be selfish. Everybody needs this information, right? Yes. So make sure you share it. And always remember, intuition is your friend.
Thank you.
Smooches.